Hey, yeah, we're live. We're here. We're good.
Hello.
Hi, Elaine.
How are you?
I'm grand. It feels really weird saying hello and how are you when we've been talking for like the
Hello.
last hour or something, doesn't it?
Yes, yeah. I didn't realise just how reflective my bloody glasses are. It makes it look like I've got no eyes.
You still look beautiful.
Oh, bless you. Nah, there you go. It's worse.
Why do you have sunglasses at your desk? Did I ask?
I was looking for them. I bought them to go on holiday and I put them away safe. So when I went on holiday, I had no glasses because I'd put them away that safe. I couldn't find them. I was having to clear out here. They were in my desk. So I thought, oh, happy days. And they fit over my normal glasses. So I don't even have to get prescribed ones. Yeah, there we go.
Do you know, see the amount of times that I've put things away safe, but safe from me?
Yeah.
Honestly.
It happens in our house a lot. Jerry's convinced we have a black hole in our home.
And hi everyone in the chat. How are you all doing? I'll go down and I'll say hi to the folks that are here. So 12 people here so far. So we'll get Meadows here. Oh, I keep clicking in the wrong bit of the comment and I'm nearly blocking people. Right, there we go. So Meadows here. Hi Meadow. We've got the lovely Tina. And Fifi, Fifi's in Ireland as well, actually.
Oh, whereabouts in Ireland?
I don't remember. Fifi, can you tell us where you are? Now that I've been to Ireland and I know Ireland and all that, I don't. I know like Dublin and Arklo's 2 hours south of Dublin. Other than that, and I know that Bray is somewhere on that line, but other than that, I don't know anywhere.
I've actually looked at how to get the chat up here and see it as well. Hey.
Oh, good stuff. Ferdiad's here, time to put the kettle on. So yeah, sorry, before I go on, I should apologise because as I say, we've been sitting talking for about an hour, literally, like we've just been chatting away, putting the world to right, haven't we, Elaine?
We certainly have.
And then it hit 9 o'clock and I was like, let's go live. And then I actually said to myself, I'm going to go for a quick safety pee before we go live. So that's why we're late. So yeah, apologies all. Let's see. Get Donna. Donna's here. Hi Donna. Mimintaro. And Simon's here. Hi Simon.
Hello Simon.
Marita. Anna Heaton. And let's see.
Oh, it's a nice grouping tonight. Lovely.
It's a lovely wee group. I think that's me caught everyone. So hi everyone. I hope you're all doing okay. Yeah, we wanted to just have a wee catch up, didn't we?
We did.
As much for our benefits as we could have a wee catch up and a wee gab as much as
each other already.
I know, true.
We're far apart.
I know, we really do, don't we? But it was lovely. It was for anyone that doesn't know, I was over visiting Elaine in Ireland last week.
Brilliant visit.
In fact, it was a week ago right now. We were at your launch party, weren't we?
We were actually, yes. What time are we at now? Yes, we were just starting. Tom had just started singing.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I miss it already. A week is too long to not be in your company, Elaine. So I messaged Elaine today and said, "Do you want to go live together?" And Elaine was kind enough to oblige.
Oh, well, that was karma because I had plans for tonight, and my friends contacted me last night. She says, "Is there any chance we can put this over to next week?" I said, "Whenever, I don't mind." And then this morning, you had that, and I thought that was meant to happen. That was karma.
Well, that makes me feel a bit better because I've been meaning to message you for days to say, do you want to go live together on Thursday? Yeah. And as with everything else for me, I kind of when I remember to message you, it's a moment when I don't and I can't message you because I'm working or whatever it is. And then when it finally comes time when I'm able to, it's gone out my head.
Oh God, I tell you, it's age, Chris. I hate to tell you that, but it's age.
Oh no, I feel like I'm this week, particularly in work. I feel like maybe it's all that drinking that I did when I was over in Ireland with the Irish lot. But
I know. I'm afraid we might have sent you back with a bit of an alcohol problem.
No,
As she says, drinking a glass of wine.
Well, I don't have, but I've got a coffee, and I've also got a can of Iron Brew. But I think I've actually got a can of I got a couple of cans of drink. It was like kind of a rum and pineapple or something like that for the Eurovision last weekend, and I only drank one of them. So that might still be downstairs in the fridge. Interesting.
Sandy, are you listening? Could you bring that?
If he passes by, I might say to him, go get it for me. I've spilt coffee everywhere.
Donna, is that the book I wrote that I've received my copy on Monday? Oh my God! Thank you very much. Thank you.
So for anyone who's wondering what Donna's talking about, because I have it to hand at all times. This is Elaine's book, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil, by the lovely Elaine Murphy, of course. Do you want to tell us a bit about the book, Elaine? It's probably a good place for us to start, isn't it?
I certainly can. I'd say many people are a bit fed up of hearing about it, but we'll go anyway.
Never.
I talk about it all the time. But yes, it's basically, it is three retirees, a teacher, a detective, and a journalist, who get together. The detective, he actually retired from the police force to open up his own detective agency, and then keeping his links with the police, they asked would he consider looking into cold cases and rallying up his own team. And so he decided to go for the teacher and the journalist, who are both his friends, because of their abilities to tear open information, to follow leads, and because of their inquisitive minds, and because they were retired and had not really a shit ton of stuff to do with their lives as it was. So they wanted some excitement, and that excitement became a little too much for them at times. But they got on with it, and they solved the case. The two characters, Tom and Peter, are based on my real life friends, Tom and Peter. Peter, who is actually a journalist, and Tom, who comes from a family of guards and detectives, but is actually a rugby player. He was a rugby player, capped many times for Ireland, and is now a published poet. So, yeah.
Very nice. Have you seen Fifi's comment? She says, I read about the book in one of the Wicklow papers.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. You must be close to us here then, Fifi, are you?
Let me see if she said where she is. No, I don't think so. Fifi, whereabouts are you? But yeah, it's a really thrilling read, folks. And it's a nice kind of it's an enjoyable read. Like it's easy to read.
It's an easy read, isn't it? It's an easy read. I haven't gone and done a Dan Brown and fried your brains trying to follow complex sort of plots, which I love reading. I love Dan Brown. He's one of my favorites. In Bray, my son lives in Bray. Jimmy lives in Bray. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, it could be a meetup in Bray. Oh, that's brilliant.
That would be exciting.
It is exciting. That's great.
Yeah. So that's right. I'd have passed by you on the bus, Fifi, when I was getting the bus from the airport to Elaine's.
Yeah, would have done. Yeah, you'd have gone straight by Bray. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, that's cool. So whereabouts can people get the book, Elaine?
At the moment, it's sold on Amazon, and it's also on Ingram Sparks, but that's mainly book sellers that buy their books from Ingram Sparks, you know.
Right.
I'm hoping, because you see, I didn't take on the marketing package. I'm doing my own marketing because I just thought it was colossally out of, you know, my pocket, like, and I thought, right, I'll do it myself. So it's now I've got to step out my comfort zone and go around to bookshops with a profile, a folder with a profile in, and my reviews, because there's some lovely reviews on Amazon. I was actually quite blown away at how many lovely reviews there are from people I know and people I don't know, which shocked me. Yes. So I've got to take them with me, and hopefully now they will stock the book, or, you know, in the future.
That's exciting.
So at the moment, it's with See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Speak No Evil on Amazon.
I'll pop a wee link in the chat. So if anyone wants to go in and buy it, hopefully all of that link comes through.
Yes.
But yeah, excellent.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And
All
Donna,
right.
I hope you enjoy it. I'd love to hear what you think when you've read it. I'm just going to open the door here. Sally's begging to get out.
No worries.
There you go, Rascally. Off you go. Beautiful.
Sammy's one of Elaine's dogs, by the way, folks. It's not her. She's not got somebody captive or anything like that.
Oh, little indie bookshops usually love having readings with local authors. I'm hoping that Bridge Street Books in Wicklow will. Other than that, around here we've got Eason's, which is, you know, the big one, and we've got I think it's Debray Books, Phoebe and Bray, isn't it? And I think it's Waterstones. But trying to find small indie bookshops these days is not easy, you know.
Right. No, fair enough.
So, what have you been keeping yourself busy with since you went home, Chris?
Well, there was the Eurovision Song Contest on Saturday evening. I know that lots of people are kind of giving it a miss this year for obvious reasons. But I have to admit, I enjoyed it. It was good. There was some of the acts were really, really good. And I always love the points bit. Like, see when everybody's getting their points, I find it really thrilling. So I do. So that was good. Sunday, my mum was running the Race for Life. Yeah. Well, I say running, Elaine. I say running. Matter. She done it, and she did it for charity, and she raised a bunch of money, which is amazing, right? She did it with people in the Slimming World group. But she walked it. I think she mainly walked it with the two dogs and her friend. Yeah. But Elaine, I went to the finish line when she would have been getting to the finish line, you know, to see them over it. And so she's about 5 meters from the finishing line, as in she's not finished the race yet. Yeah. She stopped. It was like, Chris, take a picture of us. Like, her and her friend just stopped. I'm like, you're running a race. Go. There's the finish line. Honestly.
Oh, how old, if you don't mind me asking, Chris, how old is your mum?
She will be 60 next year.
Oh my God, your mum's younger than me. God love her. I'm 60 this year.
Yeah. So she's so you're October 66. My mum's February 67. So she's only a few months younger than you, to be fair. So you're about the same age.
Yeah.
So
my God, yeah. Tell you.
Aye. So my mum had me when she was 21. So instead I'm her oldest.
Yeah.
Oh. Lucky her.
That's what I say to my mum. Aren't you just so glad you had me first? And I just get that big eyeball roll and go, my eccentric daughter.
Are you the oldest of your
brothers? I don't know that. Yeah. My sister's 2 years and 8 months younger than me, and my brother is 10 years younger than me. Yeah.
Right, okay. So hang on. So I've got like other brothers and sisters from my dad's side as well, but from my mum's 3 kids.
Yeah.
So I'm November 88. Daniel is February 91. So that's 2 years and 3 months.
3 months, 2 years and 3 months.
2 years, 3 months.
Yeah.
And then Connor is May 99. So he's about 10 and a bit years younger than me. So that's actually quite similar age jumps.
Very similar, isn't it? Very strange.
Let's see. We're the same women.
Hey, I tell you, we could.
Let's see. Ferdiad says, Ferdiad used to work for Waterstones. He says, unfortunately, it's 2 decades too late for me to help. I used to do book events for Waterstones.
Oh, wow. Do you know, wouldn't that be great? That's amazing. Yeah.
Do you know, see, for like a split second, we actually thought that Ferdiad, so I don't know if I ever told you this, Elaine, but I got my first tarot deck when I was about 8 years old, maybe.
Right.
From Waterstones. My mum took me to Waterstones and got me my first tarot deck.
Oh, wow.
We thought, so Ferdiad's from here.
Yeah.
For a split second, we actually thought that it might have been Ferdiad that sold me my first tarot deck.
Oh, my God.
Just because I can remember, like, I don't remember the actual person that sold me, but I remember, like, they basically said, like, right, because obviously I'm quite young and I didn't know any tarot decks, so they said, right, what kind of a stuff are you into? And they put a bunch of tarot decks on the table, and they were like, right, do you like black and white, or do you like colour things? And I'd be like, right, I like vivid colours. So they would take any black and white decks off the table, and they kept doing that, asking me questions and narrowing it down, and basically got it down to 2 tarot decks. And one of them was the one that I got was that one. That was the first tarot deck that I got.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
But for the life of me, I don't know for sure what the other one is.
Yeah.
I think it must have been like the Universal.
Yes, Universal.
That's what I think it would have been. Because I remember them saying, like, you know, take one of those, it's more or less the same thing type thing. So I'm thinking it must have been like, do you know what I mean? Just 2 versions of the same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, just the way I was describing it, and we were like, I wonder if it was Ferdiad that would have told me that, because the times would probably have kind of matched up. But
tell me, how old were you when you got your first tarot deck?
I was about 8 years old, I think.
Really, that's remarkable.
Yeah,
and
I don't remember precisely.
Your mum supported that. I think it's
yeah. I'm kind of deducing that a wee bit. I know I was in primary school.
Yeah.
And I remember wee things like, so I remember my mum saying to me, don't be going about telling people in school that you've got tarot cards. And what she said, she probably just because she would have known I'd got a slagging, and she didn't need any more reasons for me to come across as weird, right? But what she said to me was, because Mr. McLaughlin will probably phone me up, you've got tarot cards. Now, Mr. McLaughlin was the head teacher in my school, but he was only the head teacher for a couple of years, and then he went off for a few years.
Yes.
And that was, I'm sure he went off when I was in primary 6. So he did. So I must have been
primary 6. That'd be like 6th class, your last year in primary.
No, so it goes up to primary 7. So it does. So primary 7, I would have started primary 7 at 10 years old.
Yeah.
And ended it at 11.
You're 11 going on 12 into secondary, aren't you?
That's it, yeah. So in primary 6, I would have been 9 and turned 10.
Yeah.
Primary 5, I would have been 8 and turned 9. So I was probably about 8 or 9.
Yeah.
When I got my first 8, 9, 10, when I got my first tarot deck. But you see, I'm just like deducing it from like wee snippets that I remember.
Yeah, trying to remember,
Yeah. But anyway, that was a long answer to a really simple question.
I was 18.
But yeah, it was 18, yeah.
Yeah, I got them 2 years before I entered the convent. I should have known there was no feckin' hope, shouldn't I?
How long were you in the convent for, Elaine?
I was in there from 19 till I was 21, only a couple of years. I just saw things I didn't like. It definitely was not, the life behind those closed doors was toxic. I mean, really toxic. And I didn't like the way people were treated and what have you. And when I went home, I found that my tarot deck was still in my bedside locker. And that's when it came out again. So in all, I've been involved in tarot for 42 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what was your first tarot deck?
Similar. Oh, mine's upstairs actually, because I cleared all this today and I just brought these down for tonight. So it was the same as yours, the similar deck to yours, with the blue and the rose and lilies on the back. That was my first deck, and that was my only deck up until 10 years ago. And then I decided to just start collecting tarot, and it went mad from there. But I've used my time since I've retired, which has been for the last, how many years now? I'm 11 years post-treatment this year. No, 11 years post-diagnosis this year. So for the last 11 years, dived deeply into the tarot. The last 10 years become a collector. You know, so I've done a lot of more research than I would have done in the past, and a lot more reading up and taking part. And I'm not just sort of keeping it all to me. You know, it's I stepped right out my comfort zone and went, "World, I'm here. Hello. Now I want to share."
Oh no, that's really cool though.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's amazing. I was going to ask something there, but it's going straight out of my head. This has been me all week, by the way. Like I have a thought. I know, by the way. Do you know it's not even the vodka, Elaine? It'll be the cider. I don't know what possessed me to. I think it's because everyone else was having pints, and I thought, but I can't. I feel like I want to join in, so I don't like beer, so I was like, I'll take a pint of cider.
It's really refreshing, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, they are nice. But then, and I've not told anybody this, but remember I didn't realise, right, that in Ireland, when you order a double vodka and Coke, you literally get a pint of vodka and Coke. It's like pint glass, right? Half filled with vodka, people. Now, when I showed the Irish this, and I was like, oh my goodness, look at this. Yeah, like that's what happens here. I'm like, if that was in the UK, the vodka, you would barely have been able to see the vodka. You'd have just thought the ice had melted a wee bit.
Yeah, we'd gone over for my brother's. I don't know. It was either a christening or a birthday. One of them anyway. No, it was my sister-in-law's 40th. That was it. And Joe had gone to the bar and ordered himself a shot of whiskey with one ice cube, and he came back and he went, "Is there whiskey in there, Mum?" And I was like, "Just about, son. Just about." I said, "I think to get one of our shots, I hope you have to probably have about 6 of those whiskies." Because you get your whiskey, you can see your whiskey. It's a damn good, bit at the bottom there,
Yeah.
In London, you'd need to sell a kidney to afford half a pint of vodka. You probably would. I tell you what, Temple Bar as well. Holy God, that's why we don't drink in those places. Oh. I tell you, it's 1 pint with about 10 straws.
That's the place you and Jerry were telling me about on Friday night, wasn't it?
Yeah. How much it was nigh on 14 or 15 euros for a pint. It's a lot of money.
My goodness.
In the towns around here now, you're getting near 6 euros a pint.
Mm-hmm. So I just had a big grill.
I did.
I think Sandy got the dogs new toys earlier on. And new toys are great until they both want the same toy.
Oh, yeah. All right, that's Sam and Sam.
Yeah. How are Sal and Sam? Are they all right?
Yeah, they're still being little shits, but they're all right. They're still jumping all over the place and licking the face off you when you sit down.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't be without them. Love them to bits.
They're such loving wee dogs, so they are.
They really are. They love cuddles. They just love being cuddled and petted. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Funny. Let me catch up with some of the comments because I feel like I've been ignoring people.
Yeah.
Let's see. Verdiad says, I really, really wish I had sold you your first deck.
Yes.
Wouldn't
that have been amazing?
I know, it would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And if it was, then maybe you could have told me what the other one was, as if you could remember that far back. But, like, how cool would that have been?
In November 2019. I'd have been 22. Oh my God.
I like to think at least in the building. We never know. Do you know what, Verdiad? If people can invent their own mythology about how the tarot was invented, then me and you can invent our own mythology about you selling me my first tarot deck. I think we should just decide from now on that you sold me my first tarot deck, and that is forevermore going to be the story that we're telling. Let's see. That's amazing. So young. I discovered tarot only 2 years ago. That's brilliant, though. It's one of those things, though, Anna. Like you can discover tarot whenever, and you can enjoy it all the same. Do you know? Whereas sometimes I feel that some of the more kind of mainstream subjects, like maths, for example. If you were discovering maths for the first time in like your 30s or your 40s or whatever, it'd probably like be really like, oh my gosh, this is just going over my head. Do you know what I mean? This just gives me the fear. Whereas with tarot, it's one of those things you can discover when you're like 70 and you can love it. Do you know what I mean?
It's really so many different paths in tarot. It can take you down a rabbit hole, and it's brilliant. It's a complete adventure.
Yeah. Ferdiad says he'd be paralytic. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I wasn't ever like I didn't like make a film of myself.
No, you didn't. No, you just had fun. We laughed all evening.
Yeah, we did.
And Peter photobombing you, Jim and Joe, the photograph.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. So I don't know if I said when you were talking about it, but for folks in the chat, so Elaine was talking about how Tom and Peter are based on friends in real life. So I got to meet the real life Tom and Peter at the book launch event, which was really nice.
Peter definitely fits his character, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Tom does too, actually. It's just they're two absolutely lovely people.
Yeah, they are. And they're lovely people. Like they really they've got a nice kind of a protective way with Terry, but without it being like condescending or misogynistic or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like they all kind of look after each other.
Yeah. And you know, really that's nice what it's like in real life, which is lovely to say. To be able to say that's what it's like in real life.
Yeah. Anna says dogs are amazing. They really are.
Yes.
And then a pint of vodka, 375 mils. Is that right?
I think it is. What were they charging you for your vodka and Coke, Chris? That's €6.
Maybe. I can't remember because I was probably buying other drinks with it at the time. And I was pissed.
Yeah.
And I was just tapping everything. I can't remember. I could look back and see. I could look back and find the gallery in my bank statement and see how much they skinned me, and that'll probably be able.
I actually recommend you don't, because you like to hang on to your heart. I've done that before, and go, oh shit, no. And then now I know why I'm on heart tablets.
You been making sure you're taking them, young lady, by the way?
I am, yes.
Making sure they're coming out of the box.
I couldn't believe it. And I thought to myself, why am I getting these chest pains? I shouldn't be getting these chest pains. And then I went to take my tablets the next day, and the one heart tablet had stuck in the corner of the box. That's the only one that hadn't one. I thought, oh, holy shit, I could have had a heart attack last night.
Oh, well.
I'm here. I'm fine.
You're here and you're fine. That's it.
And I've taken them every day since. I go, where's that good bugger? You stay stuck in that corner again, I'll kill you.
Marita had said a pint of vodka typically costs between $8 and $17 at liquor stores and supermarkets. But if you buy a bottle in a supermarket, it's going to be less than what a pub is charging you. That's normal.
I think that pint bottle, that'd be like your naggin we get here, a naggin of vodka, wouldn't it? It's not your litre bottle, but your naggin.
What are you calling it? A naggin?
A naggin, yeah. That's like a small bottle of vodka, or a naggin of vodka, or a naggin of whiskey, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Not heard that before. So I've heard. So we get you can get a litre.
Yeah.
And then you can get what we would call a bottle.
Yeah.
Which is usually around about 70 centilitres, or thereabouts.
Yeah.
About 70% or thereabouts of a litre.
With the squarer bottles, that's sort of like a naggin. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So we would call that a half bottle, because a bottle. Yeah. Right. Because a half bottle is about 300. Like what Marita's saying, about 307. Yeah, 375.
Yes.
And then a bottle is like 2 of them. So yeah, about 750ish or something. In a bottle. Yeah. If looking at Ferdiad says, if looking at the bank statement from a night out was a tarot card, which cards would it be? Probably the Four of Cups.
Five of Pentacles.
Yeah, skint.
Skint and severely hungover.
Yeah, that's it. Or what would be the Never Again card? Never again, but I'm going to do it tomorrow anyway.
Oh, that's us. That's us this coming Saturday, actually. We're doing it all again.
You just go out for a wee night, and
we're going out for the match in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool.
Aye.
Yeah, bottles usually 75 cent and a half bottles, 375 mils. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Donna says the Four of Cups, never again. Yeah. I think because the Three of Cups is we're in the pub and we're having a great time card. I think of the Four of Cups as the hangover cards. The Four of Cups is the kind of you can take that glass away and get that to fuck. I don't want that anywhere near me after drinking these three.
Move that glass before you're wearing the content.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh.
Tina says the Fool. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, the Fool as well. That's true. So have you got any new decks or anything lately that you want to share with us?
I have 2 new decks that a certain person treated me to, which I was absolutely blown away. I did a video on these actually on my channel. So, the Transient Light Tarot.
Let me see if I can begin you whilst you're showing things off.
There you go. This one here. And the Calandra Tarot. I saw this on your channel some time ago and I said, oh, I love that. What is it? And I was at home when Chris came and gave me this lovely gift bag containing the decks, 2 decks, crystals, a pendulum, and my now official favourite pen. And that's what I signed books with on the night of the book launch, was Chris's pen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And
no, that's okay.
I tell you what, your kindness was absolutely unbelievable. I was blown away, and I can't thank you enough.
Oh, it was the least I could do. You looked after me when I was in Ireland and took me around. Like Elaine spent the whole day with me and took me around on Friday, took me around various places. Bearing in mind, I had only told her that I was coming over like a week before, not even a week before. I was going to keep it a secret. I wasn't going to tell her. But then I kind of
screamed and collapsed.
Yeah, I thought, well, the last thing I want to do is give her a heart attack at her own book launch event. But also I was like, well, if I tell her, then she might be free on Friday. Whereas if I don't
there
tell
was
her,
no might about it. I don't care what was on the agenda; it was being cancelled.
So anyway, yeah, I'd messaged Elaine one morning, and I was like, so you look forward to your book launch, and Elaine said, oh, it would be really good if it's a shame you and Sarah. And I was like, well, Sandy's working, but what if I said that I've already gone and booked a flight and a wee hotel at the Arklow Bay? And Elaine was like, oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I actually did have tears, happy tears. I was just absolutely blown away. I just thought, I can't believe it. It's like, do you know when you have such a happy surprise, your breath goes? It's like, oh my God, Chris has gone over. I can't believe it. It was wonderful. I was straight on to Jimmy. I went, Jimmy goes, I know. What do you know? Chris has told you, hasn't he? And I went, yes, you knew.
Yeah, I'd been chatting to Jimmy about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all time flies when you're having fun. That's the only thing. So
yeah.
I was only there for a few days. But it was great.
I tell you what, Chris, you know, fingers crossed you can get over in October, right? But if you can do a weekend in the summertime, we'll go for a swim at that beach. Go for a swim in the sea. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
You're more than welcome to go for a swim in the sea, hen. I will cheer you on from the sidelines.
Jerry's we'll come. We like getting up very, very early in the summertime. We'll go to the beach and we'll watch the sunrise. And Jerry said, we'll go into Wicklow and watch it from the harbour wall. And then I'll go swim in the harbour. I said, but will you come in the water? He goes, you can get in the water all you like, but I will just stand and watch. Thank you. I love it. I love swimming in the sea. It's brilliant.
One of my best friends, her name's Emma, and she does all that kind of like swims in lakes and lochs and all sorts of things.
Yes.
I'm like,
Amy does that. She goes off and does the. Now Jerry and I were in Mullinavat, and there's this beautiful waterfall that we found. Pool, I can't remember the name, but we went. It was April. Was it last year or the year before last? And it was such a sunny day, and it was warmish, but that pool and the waterfall was so inviting. I just jumped in. It was wonderful. I thought at that point in time, I think this is the nearest I've come to being frozen to death, but it was lovely. It was brilliant. And then I just lay out on a rock above the waterfall, drying off in the sun. It was gorgeous. You feel alive in a different sort of way. Yeah. It's just amazing. Yeah. Totally amazing.
Do any of the kids like to swim in the sea?
Amy does. The boys used to when they were younger, but not anymore. I don't know. They don't enjoy it at all,
Right.
Yeah. I love swimming in the sea now. The sea would be my thing. I much prefer it to swimming in indoor pools, Yeah, what put me off the indoor pool, I saw a man hawk up in the pool one day. And it was like a jellyfish, and I thought, I just got to get out of here. Throw up. It made me physically sick, so I haven't swum in an indoor pool since. Yeah. No.
It doesn't bear thinking about, does it?
No, it doesn't. No, it looked like this thing would enter a bloody Olympics. It was awful.
Oh, right, okay. La, 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 la.
I'm just sharing the experience.
Yeah, you aren't half then. Oh dear.
So yeah, this is that beautiful deck. Sorry, the Calendra Tarot Calendra.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. I love the colours. It's stunning. Thank you so much.
That is a lovely deck. I just felt like I wasn't using it. So when I got it, and when you kind of said that you really liked it, I tried to get a copy for you. I messaged Cheryl and I says, "Can I get you to send one of them to Elaine?" And at first she was like, "Yeah, of course you can." And then she was like, "Oh, actually, you bought the last one." So I was like, "Fuck."
So have you not got this now?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I wasn't using it. I literally hadn't used it since I used it for you.
Oh my gosh.
It sat on my desk and I just wasn't for it. So I thought, you know what, I would rather it go somewhere where it's actually getting used.
Oh, Chris, that's beautiful of you. That's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Right.
And the other one was the Transient Light Tarot. Do you have this one, Chris?
I do, yeah. I've got an indie copy of that, so I do.
Oh, beautiful. And this one's actually signed as well.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Because I got that from Ari himself.
Yes.
Ari was another. He was at the Oracle's Rebellion in Glasgow a few weeks back. And he was selling some stuff there, so I got a copy of his deck from him.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you so much, Chris.
Oh, not at all.
That's beautiful. Look at them. They're stunningly gorgeous. I gave myself a lovely reading with this the other day, actually.
Oh, did you? That's nice.
Yeah, and it was all about the second book, and it was really positive. And you know, I think it was right. I think it was bang on. You know.
Good.
Yeah, and I tell you what I like about this as well are these three cards in the deck. I'll just show them to you now. Oops, just put them back in there. Are these three here? The past, the future, and the present. The past, present, and future.
Mm-hmm.
See, there you go. And what I like about them, the design's different. You can see from going from sort of a genome to the time to future. But they're great as well as place cards when you're doing a reading, you know. For people, you know. So I love it. It's beautiful. They're two fantastic decks. Thank you very, very much.
No, you're so welcome.
So those are my new decks, you know.
Right. Okay. I've gotten a few wee vintage decks in the post.
Oh,
so I
guess you were telling me about ordering these.
Yeah. So there were. Do you remember I was telling you about the ones that I'd gotten, but that were worth loads and loads and loads.
Yes.
So I was right that it wasn't. They never came. I ended up getting refunded for what I paid for them, for all that it was. But yeah, I think it was just somebody was at it.
Yeah.
So the two that I thought, oh, they're like, you know, you don't get one of them coming. You don't come across one of them every day. It was kind of a, if it looks too good to be true, then it is too good to be true type thing. But I got like the good thing about it is it automatically refunds you if they don't.
That's good.
If they don't send it out in the proper time, so I didn't lose anything. But I have gotten a few cool things. So I'll switch over to my table and I'll show you this way. Let me see. So this came in the post. Now this is actually sealed and I've not opened it. So the Medicine Woman Tarot.
Yes. I've seen something like that in Wexford, you know, in the shop in Wexford.
Right.
Medicine Woman.
So this says copyright 1990 on the bot. Now that would have been when the deck was originally created. If I was to open this up and look at the guidebook, I would probably be able to find when this actual one was, you know, a more updated kind of a year.
Yeah.
But I'm keeping it sealed for now. But yeah, so there's that. What else did I get? Try to find where I put everything. I also got. Let's see. I got this came today. Got a copy of the
Arthurian Tarot, is it?
The Aquarian.
No, Aquarian. Sorry.
Yeah.
Aquarian.
So
I've got that
actually,
too. Yeah.
I didn't have a copy of this. Neither did I. This is the very first copy of the Aquarian tarot that I've gotten. It's one of these ones that I think, most people have got some kind of a copy of it because it's a classic. Yeah. But it was one of the classics that I didn't actually have. So yeah, I'm quite happy with this. It's quite a nice one. It has a kind of
it's in good condition, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's like you can tell it's used, but that's fine. And that's what the backs look like. They've got the kind of a white border around them. Yeah. The backs are almost like borderless, where this blue just goes right to the edges.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm happy with that, and this is like Rider-Waite Smith style. So it is. It's just the art's a wee bit different. So there's that, and then I've actually gotten 2 copies of this. So this is like this. I'm sure this was like the early 90s.
It looks, yeah.
Where's the other one? Oh, there it's there. So I've got 2 copies of this, but what I've realised is that they're 2 different cardstocks. So they are.
What are they both? Yeah. Are they 2 different years?
Well, I can't. So the only copyright I can find says 1970, and that's the small copyright that's on the cards. You can't even see it. It's like down at the corner here.
Yeah. I see that there. Yep.
Yeah. Copyright. 1971. Sorry.
And what? Does it have that on the other deck? No.
So yeah, the other deck has that, but the cardstock on the other deck is different. And what I've found, I was kind of looking at it and trying to find, right, why would that be different? Yeah. So this is the one that came today. Right. And the address for Rider is 62 to 65 Chandos Place. Yeah. But on the book in this one, it's a different address for them. Vauxhall Bridge Road.
So I think. Do you think? One publisher's.
Well, no, Rider is the.
It is, unless where is the other one London as well?
Yeah, they're both London. So I think.
So they'd be using the same printers.
You what? Sorry.
They'd still be using the same printers, probably, wouldn't they? Or did you think that they maybe changed the printers, possibly?
So I think potentially. I'm not really sure how it all works, but I was under the impression that they were the publisher, so they would have been making it. But when they've moved to a different location, they've maybe got different equipment or something. I don't know. But
just look on the box there again, Chris. Does it not say exactly who the publisher is?
So
if we take a deck, for instance, and it says here,
is Rider and Company not the publisher though? See, Rider, we say the Rider tarot deck. Is Rider not the original publisher?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? See how it says like Rider?
Because you've got your ISBN there, and you've got Rider there. Let's have a look. Non-fiction divination ISBN UK only. Oh, hold on. Oh no, that's it now. And does it read exactly the same on the back of both boxes?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the wee sticker bit that's different.
Yeah.
But the rest is more or less the same.
If you look, I tell you what, if we look up that ISBN number, would it say who the publisher is, whether it's a Rider or like how on these it has here. So US Game System would be the publisher. It's the Calandra Tarot by your man, but then it would be like saying the Calandra Tarot, the publisher was Michael Calandra, whereas it's got US Game System on the bottom.
So I think, and someone who knows better than me might correct me, but I think that Rider isn't the name of the tarot deck. That's what we call it. But Rider was the publisher. Waite was obviously the creator. Smith is Pixie, who's the artist, and then Ryder was the publisher. But in those days, they just called it tarot cards. They didn't have like names for the decks. So that's why we call it the Ryder pack, because it's the Ryder with the publisher. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Ryder is being bought over by some other company now. So I think this was published by Ryder. And I think at this point they were in one premises, and then they've moved to another premises by the time this deck's been made. So I'll kind of show you that this deck has a bit more laminate on it, and the cardstock feels thicker, the later one. And you can kind of, I don't know how well the camera picks up the difference. In fact, it picks it up quite well. So if you look,
it does pick up.
See how that's much more black, and this is a bit duller.
Yeah.
So that's
that's
the lamination.
I've just seen here now. Okay, I've just had to look quickly. Ryder, historically, William Ryde and Son, was a prominent London publisher established in 1882. They became renowned in the early 20th century as the foremost English publishers of spiritual and occult titles, and they continue to operate today as a specialized imprint under Penguin Random House. So yes, Ryder was the publisher. He's published both, but they've both got different card stocks. So I think this one was made before this one. So I think they've maybe changed the cardstock slightly in between the time when this was made and when this was made. And yet they're both they both just look the same, but obviously there's differences. And to me, like the differences are quite apparent, you know. But definitely in the Tower card, you could see the sort of grey background as opposed to the deep inky black, you know.
That's it. It's because this is more laminated. Do you know what I mean? Then this has more of that. See, like your blush and full type decks, where before they put so much lamination. This is more similar to like the blush and full. So it is. So I found that quite interesting.
Very interesting.
But so actually I love this. In fact, like, controversial, right? But I actually prefer this cardstock to the blue box. To this, because it glides really nicely. Do you know what I mean? So when I'm reading for folk, sometimes I'll fan the cards out. And pick from the deck. Like that. I like a deck to be nice and glidey for when I'm doing that, and this cardstock is just perfect for that. But I can still get a good ruffle on it. So I can.
Brilliant.
So anyway, that's enough nerdy talk from me about cardstock and whatnot. But I've probably got other things as well, but those are the main things that I've gotten. And there's the books as well. I think I was showing you the books that I've gotten, Elaine. I got this Eden Grey book. And I also got this, which is a book that I had when I was young. And I recently found it again. So this was a great wee book, so it was. I don't think I really appreciated it as much when I was younger. But now looking back through it, I'm looking forward to kind of properly reading it again.
That's nice. That's really lovely.
That's those are the lovely things that I've acquired recently. But look at me gabbing away. It's coming up for 10 o'clock, and we've not even started with reading cards yet, have we?
We haven't.
Are you good to? Are you okay? Have you got time to kind of keep going and do the spread now?
Absolutely. I'm just going to. Actually, I can do it from using my Stream Deck. And you watch. I'll press a button. It won't bloody work. You watch. Murphy's Law. So I'm going to go desktop. Woohoo! Look at that. It worked. I'm just going to turn that light off so it's not shining on there. But the up light is shining on there. Right. This spread is a 5-card spread. It is our week ahead, basically. What can we expect, right? And
Lovely.
this is for you, Chris. This is yours.
Amazing.
So we've got card 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I've placed them in the shape of an arrow. So we're moving forward. Okay. So let's have a look at what the deck that I'm using, by the way, is the Tarot of Traditions. I love this deck for the color. And again, it's an easy riffler. And I just think it just has some little quirks with it as well. And I'll point one out later on if we come across the card. So our first question for this is, what will the general energy be for the week ahead? Okay. So card 1, what will the general energy be for the week ahead? We have got the Knight of Pentacles, which is great, I think, for an energy ahead, because it's like a steady pace. Okay, it's sort of determined, quietly powerful, sort of methodical, you know. The Knight, it seems to ensure that things will run smoothly. So whatever you're doing this week, Chris, should run smoothly, okay? You'll sort of be more in the mindset to do tasks that you've been putting off, okay? And procrastinating about. You sort of look for more long-term progress than short-term successes, you know? And this is sort of the reliable card. You will find this next week that because this is it's sort of the slow and steady wins the race. And you're looking for security, not insecurity. You're looking for everything to go perfectly well, but in its own time without it being rushed, grounded and done just right. Anybody that you find is annoying or not pulling their weight or being in any way irritating, you will find irritates you more than usual. Okay. Right. So it might get to a point that there might be somebody that you might need to set some boundaries with in the week and tell them that, look, you have to be doing this because, okay, simply because they can. An irritating person, when you get this card, is like doubly irritating than they normally are, okay? Because this is so organized. This is so organized and actually decides, I'm going to put my procrastination to one side and do those things I should have been doing a while ago, okay? So number 2 is, what hurdles can we expect to slow us down or change any planned activity, whether in a positive or negative manner?
Before you go on, Elaine, sorry, will I read for card 1, and will we get everyone in the chat's card 1s before we shift on?
Oh, sorry. Yes, absolutely. Sorry, I was flying ahead there. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So what I've done is I've popped the prompt in the chat for anyone who's reading along with us. So let us know what deck you're using, folks, if you're reading along with us. And I can see that Ferdiad got the 7 of Wands for his week ahead. So, I mean, the 7 of Wands, it tells you that you're in a good position. Do you know what I mean? You've got that high ground, but it's not without challenges. You know, you do see someone who is being challenged by 6 other people.
Yes.
So it might be that you're feeling a bit challenged this week, Ferdiad, but I think that you're in a really good position to be able to deal with it. It's kind of one of those things where you're not going to be, no more is going to be asked of you than what you're capable of. So just remember that you're capable and you can totally handle it. Even when you get to those points during the week where you're like, I don't know if I can take any more of this, and why is everybody picking on me? They're picking on you because you can deal with it, and you can use it. You can turn that situation around and use it to your advantage.
You can also be seen as, if they're having a go, isn't that right, Chris? Sort of, you're having a go that not so much they're opposing you, it's that you're more tending to pick up and be the leader of, you know, forging the way. Yeah.
That's it. For you, Elaine, I've got the Judgment card.
Oh my God, that.
Forget.
Okay, righto. That is something that is great for me. Carry on. Sorry, I'm interrupting there.
No, you're not at all. Like, I'm interested in what your thoughts are on it.
Yeah. I'll you read ahead, and then I'll tell you.
Okay. So there's a couple of things that come to mind when I see the Judgment card. The first thing is, like, it's a big, like, assessment moment. It's a big, like, right, let's take stock of what's, you know, where we've been, of what's been happening. And from there, let's make a plan for how we're moving ahead. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever activities you're doing this week, this is like an opportunity to think, right, hang on, let's take a wee look at everything that I've done so far. Is there anything that I need to tweak? Is there anything that I can learn from? Have I had any big successes that I need to give myself a pat on the back for? It's to be the bit that a lot of us miss out, by the way, because we like to be modest and stuff like that. So don't forget that bit. But also, like what's happening in this card is there's a calling. Do you know what I mean? This guy's blowing a big fuck off trumpet loud enough to wake the dead from their sleep. So there's definitely a feeling of like being called to do something. So this week you're going to feel, I feel like you're going to feel really motivated to, you know, not only to kind of have that assessment moment, but to, right, how does that take me forward? It's that feeling of like motivation and calling and, right, yeah, I know that I'm doing this and this is my purpose this week. It's having a really clear idea of what your purpose is.
Yes.
The way that I do
that. That actually fits in because, as I think I might have told you before, I'm not sure. This last book took me 10 years to write. I was doing it piecemeal whilst I was recovering from illness. And once I had got through the end of treatment, I sort of put that on a shelf along with all my negative thoughts and my worries about my health. And I tried to focus on different things. When I was working on the story, I was being brought back mentally into that hospital space and into the needles and everything else. And it took me at least 5 years to take that off the shelf. And I took it off the shelf. I've actually got the physical copy of the manuscript up there on the shelf behind me. You know, the big bookshelf I've got in the sunroom behind the egg chair. It's on the top there in a purple folder. And I took that down and I started reading through it. And I thought, I need to finish this. Even if it never goes anywhere, the fact that I have finished writing it is that the thing. Well, it took me 5 years from there on in. And again, it was that procrastination and imposter syndrome and everything else. Who do I think I am doing this? You know, is this really me? Is it real? And it wasn't until last year I had mostly finished it and tidied it up that I thought, now I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and sending it off. And I didn't send it off. So I did a year ahead spread. And my year ahead spread, in effect, told me that I would be sending it off in January. And I thought to myself, if I don't send this off by the end of the first week of January, it will never go. So I sent it off that week and it came back.
Oh, wow.
And it was brilliant. And I was happy. My judgment card coming up for this next week, I've been thinking, right, I don't want to make the mistakes I made of procrastination, of doubting myself, of I'm the only one that's making me feel that I'm the imposter here, you know, nobody else. And that's me learning by my mistakes going forward and not stepping back into that old trap of negative self-talk, self-doubt, and questioning myself, saying, well, who do you think you are? You know, you're Elaine, you know, a retired teacher, you know, and yes, if you want to write, you can. The only person telling you can't is me, you know?
Yeah.
So that fits in perfectly. Thank you, Chris. Good. Sorry, that was a bit of a lengthy description, a lengthy analysis.
Not at all. That's perfect. I'm glad that it resonates. And my Knight of Pentacles, it resonates with me too, because so in June, I've had to take a load of days off holiday because I've had holidays to use up. So the next week is going to be very much like just slow and steady wins the race. Do you know what I mean? It's going to be very intentional. and I'm going to have to really kind of direct my attention to the things that need it, and make sure that I'm just getting myself into as good a position as I can before June hits, I guess. Because I've taken all these days off in June, and I've also got Pride. I organised the Works Pride celebration, and I'm one of the people that organises it, and we've got that on the 1st of June. So next week's going to be very... You what, sorry?
Jimmy does the same in the Beacon.
Does he? Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, it's going to be a busy week, put it that way. But it's reassuring to know that that for me, the Knight of Pentacles is one of the cards that I identify myself with, but it's the very kind of a calm and collected and intentional Chris. Whereas there's a much more kind of a frazzled and harassed version of myself that maybe identifies more as like the Knight of Swords or Wands. Do you know what I mean? Chasing my tail. The Knight of Pentacles is a good energy, so I will take that. So
brilliant, excellent. All right, shall we go for card 2?
Let me quickly just read out what the others have got. So Marita's using the Divinatorium and got the Lovers. Tina's got the 8 of Wands. So take this time. The 8 of Wands for Tina. Let's see, Queen of Wands reversed for Donna. Let's see, Tina's using the Gregory Scott Tarot. Justice reversed for Meadow. The 10 of Cups for Fifi. And then Ferdiad's ahead of us. He's already pulled his second card.
Oh, the Hanged one. Oh, 7 of Wands and the Hanged one.
Right, okay.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah. And he's using the Queer Crow Death Magic Tarot. Very nice. We'll get Lely Lou, who's got the Hermit, and Anna has got the World. Nice. Okay. Shall we move on to card 2 then?
Okay, card 2. I have got here for you. I'm just going to go.
Can you tell me again what the position was, Elaine, just so that I can put it in the chat?
We've got card number 1 is here, card number 2, then it's 3, and 4, and 5. It's making an arrow. Okay.
So sorry, I mean, what does position number 2? What does it mean?
Number 2 is, what hurdles can we expect to slow us down or change any planned activity, whether positive or negative?
Okay. All righty.
Right, okay, with this 10 of Swords here, Chris, which you'd think, oh my God, here we go, why would that appear? After this slow and steady wins the race. It's basically not so much, or it's an ending, of course, but it's sort of liberating you from one path and saying, yes, you're going to succeed because of this card here. You're going to succeed, but not on this path, okay? There are going to be changes, a new path that will finally open for you, that will see you being able to solve things which you couldn't have done before, whether it's because of people's attitudes, whether it's because of work situations. Sorry, the light is really bugging me on that card. You know, it's there to say you might feel like this, but it's actually ending a situation or a path that no longer serves you, and it's opening up another route for you to go. So whatever it is you need to fix here, it will be fixed, but not on the path that you're currently on. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Open up a new path for you, and it will be more positive. Okay. And remember, this is just sort of a moment, not a season. This is just a flash in the pan type of thing. So it might be a case you might have to rethink some plans that you've got. You know, and you just need to sort of realize that you need to change tact with some people. If it's some people you're working with, that maybe the way you are with them is maybe have to be a little bit more sort of harder with them, you know, a little bit more, look, you need to do this. If people are coming up with excuses and reasons and it's constantly putting a bit of a spanner in the works, you need to say, right, I'm not taking this anymore. I'm your boss, not your mate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to move that way, if that makes any sense. And you
Yeah.
have to shut down one path in order for the path this is going to work on together. The fact that you've got this here lessens the abruptness of this card, because it's almost saying, yeah, it is going to work, but not on that path. You've got to change tact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we back change of direction?
Yeah. Yeah.
I always think as well, when I see that card, like there's an element of overthinking that comes into it.
Yes,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like death by overthinking.
There you go. And that can be seen here. Definitely death by overthinking. This is all the air. This is your thoughts, your dreams. And there you've got death purely by overthinking. And sometimes we can be our own worst enemy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, as an overthinker, as it turns out, I'm not alone, Elaine. I've got good company, because you've got the Eight of Swords. So what hurdles could you be coming up against? Well, this definitely says overthinking to me, because you've got all of these swords.
Yeah.
The eights are supposed to be about mastery and momentum and progression, okay?
Yeah.
But sometimes that momentum, when it becomes all mental, and there's no physical progression that goes with it, it just ends up where you're spinning about in here, and nothing's actually happening. So it's like all of the movement is up in your head, and it's not actually being reflected in the in the physical realm. But also I think there might be points through the week where you come up against a wee bit of writer's block. Like swords is it's the writing suit as well. There might be just a wee bit of block, which is, I think, I would imagine is a totally normal thing when you're writing a piece of work.
And stepping away, telling myself to step away. That I find that difficult to do when I'm in the zone, and then suddenly I hit that wall. I need to go for a walk, step away, put it away till tomorrow.
That's it. I think where this can become a bit not a danger, but a difficult place to be. Do you see how the water is it's like it's running dry?
Yes.
So to me, she's been in this place. She's left herself locked in this place of like stagnancy for so long that it's almost like she's losing her emotional connection to what she's doing. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So see what you've said there. See that kind of just taking a bit of a step back from the thing, from the project, from whatever it is that you're doing, in order to come at it with a not just a fresh set of eyes, but a fresh heart as well, to put it a certain way.
Yes, and a fresh train of thought.
Yeah, and keep that emotional connection to it, because it's not just about when you're writing a book or creating any kind of a piece of work. It's not just about the intellectual connection; it's the emotional connection as well. So if you find yourself being blocked, then taking some time away will will just reinvigorate that emotional connection a wee bit. And also, you've already got all the tools that you need to unblock yourself. Do you know what I mean? She's surrounded by eight swords. She's got her pick of the lot to be able to free herself from these binds.
That's it. Take the blindfold off, stop looking.
Sometimes the things that we see as the things that are boxing us in could actually be the key to. Do you know what I mean? Reframing your thoughts around, so if you see something and then you're like, this is stopping me from being able to do this, maybe it's a weird character, or maybe it's like some kind of a plot point and you're like, I can't fucking work this out. See if you, to me, that's the saying, see if you stick with that, you could actually use that to your advantage. See that character, they could become key later on, or see that plot point. Just frame it slightly differently, and you'll be that'll actually end up being, a real juicy thing.
Probably a catalyst in the story along the way. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Let's have a wee nosy. So we've got, well, Ferdiad's got the Hanged one.
Yes.
So the Hanged one could be saying to you, like, the only hurdle is that maybe, well, I always think of the Hanged one as being a bit of a necessary step back. Like, the hanged one's usually saying to you, right, we need to take a bit of a step back here in order to see the situation differently. So if that's been presented to you as a hurdle, maybe your mind's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour and you're like, no, I want it done and I want it done now. Whereas what's actually needed is for you to kind of sleep on it or take a bit of a pause. You know, that could present a hurdle like that. Marita's got the Lovers and then the Chariot. So Marita, your hurdle is you're not shuffling your tarot cards properly. No, I'm joking. So the Chariot is a hurdle. So what's interesting about the Chariot is we look at it and we think, right, momentum, like we're on a journey, we're moving forward, we're driving our life forward. But see, when you, I know I'm talking about the rider pack, but see when you look closely, that charioteer is actually it looks like he's been cemented into the chariot block. It's like a solid block of concrete that's around him. And when you read like kind of like 78 Degrees, and I'm sure other tarot books have covered this as well, it's kind of like the danger of only focusing on material, worldly success. The Chariot isn't the end of the majors, it's only the end of the first group of 7. In order to like have a well-rounded and, you know, have that connection that goes beyond purely the physical, we need to move on and learn those lessons that are in number 8 through to 21. So maybe there's a bit of a block there in that becoming a wee bit too embroiled in the material or in like the worldly successes of something. See, Tina's got the Sun. Lily Lou's got the 4 of Pentacles, so maybe feeling a wee bit protective, Lily Lou.
Yeah.
The 6 of Swords for Anna. The 8 of Swords for Donna. So Donna's got the same as you, the 8 of Swords.
Yeah.
King of Cups for Fifi.
I think Donna said the great minds overthink alike, definitely.
Let's see, Justice reversed, and then the Queen of Pentacles reversed for Meadow. Interesting. So Justice reversed is what's kind of the theme of your week. Potentially you might be in for a fairly difficult week. And if the Queen of Pentacles reversed is what's one of the potential hurdles, I mean, you need to look at that and decide, does that Queen of Pentacles reversed represent you, or does it represent someone else in your week who's fucking with your happy place?
Yes.
And from there, how you deal with that, well, we'll probably go on and see in the next cards that we pull. But let's see.
I'll go down to my desktop again in readiness.
Yeah. Okay. Shall we want to card 3 then?
Card 3, we have, how will we address these hurdles? How will we address these hurdles? And for you, Chris, we have the Hierophant.
Oh.
Okay. So what I have with this, what I feel we've got, excuse me, I've got an itch on my back.
All right.
Basically, don't be afraid to ask for advice. Okay. If things are going a little bit boobs up, shall we politely say, in this card, okay, and you've got your Knight of Pentacles. That's the slow and steady things are going to succeed, and he's already said, well, look, you know, it will succeed, but a different path. But which path? And you're not quite sure. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. That advice is always there to help. Now, albeit endings with the Ten of Swords here, and it can be rather abrupt, okay, an abrupt ending. It can take you by surprise, and it can make you feel sort of overwhelmed. But there's somebody there that can step in to give you a hand when, you know, he sort of chooses endings and helps through the difficult times of any form of sort of chaos, you know, or endings that you think, well, where do I go from here? Okay, that there's somebody in the background there who, you know, will you either seek or receive advice from someone to help you move forward. Okay, it's sort of responding to any changes with grounding, with knowledge, with understanding, but based on what you know, okay, and also the support of others and what they know of you. They know you can do this. It's just sometimes you need to be reminded of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, I think definitely, like, it probably doesn't just apply to me, but there are times I can be really, really hard on myself and really, like, kind of I don't know, like, sometimes I find it really difficult to.
And that would be your Ten of Swords, is not necessarily other people. It could be your own self-doubt. And you just need somebody that is there in that situation saying, do you know what, Chris, I don't know what you're worrying about, because in all honesty, you've got this. You need to, and the ending could be the end of negative thought processes and start seeing you as being able to, instead of being doubtful or insecure in the decisions you make.
Yeah. What's interesting as well, actually, when you look at those cards, because like the Ten of Swords, I mean, when you look at the picture, someone's being stabbed to death in it, aren't they?
This one,
So it's it shows a depiction of death. And how do we deal with that as a human race? The Hierophant, the Pope, spirituality, belief. We have our mythologies, our religions, our views on how
we go forward and
how life transitions after die.
Calling in, I know, you know, whether we speak to whatever God we believe in, or call in our spirit guides, or call in our ancestors, or even go to our colleagues, you know, our partners, because sometimes all we need is that positive word for those swords to turn upside down and just drop out, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
a
lot of the time those Ten of Swords are our own self-doubt, because it's communication, that's self-communication, what they call self-deprecation, you know.
That's that.
Okay,
well, from the Hierophant, which is what I've got, do you want to know what card you've got? Do you want to know who's coming to help you out?
Probably Satan himself.
Well,
I bloody knew it.
Oh, funny.
Oh my God.
So we address these hurdles.
Cutting ties from the bollocks that are pulling my chains. I'm using your Ten of Swords to cut my chains.
That's fine. You're welcome to them. I've got too many swords anyway. It just took one sword to kill me. The other 9 are just overkill. You're welcome to them. No, like, it's interesting because this person's all kind of a tied up, and these people are kind of a tied up as well. But I feel like making the jump from here to here, what is it that's going to help us? Potentially, it's about recognizing the situation that you're in and realizing that actually, see the ties that are binding you.
Yeah.
They're not like you could easily take them off your head. Like, actually, You've got the power.
It's not like my hands are tied there. I can just take them off. Yeah.
Exactly. The only thing that's keeping you in this situation, or indeed in this situation, is you. It's your own perspective. It's your own kind of maybe it's that imposter syndrome that you're talking. Imposter.
I think so.
Imposter syndrome, that you're talking about, or maybe like self-doubt, all of that, like that kind of a thing. The only thing that keeps you in that place is you, and what's going to help you overcome those hurdles is realise that actually, like, you don't, like, nothing has that power over you, really. You're the architect of your own story at the end of the day. But also,
go ahead.
What always kind of really interests me with this card, right, is see if you so the magician points up with his wand and points down with his hand, right, and that represents creation, like taking something from the divine and manifesting it in the everyday world. Then look at what the devil's doing. The devil's doing the opposite. He's pointing up with his hand and down with the torch, but let's call it a wand, right? So does that mean that the devil's destroying? If the magician is creating and manifesting, is the devil destroying something? So could this be saying to you, like, well, if you want to overcome some hurdles, there's no harm in just destroying some shit? Do you know what I mean? There's the devil is linked to the sign of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, right? And it's the Saturn symbol that's on his hand. Saturn is the god of boundaries, discipline. He's like the great teacher, essentially. So we think of Saturn as, like, it's known as the greater malefic, which is, we think of it as being like a bad planet in the realm of astrology. But I mean, really, it's the thing, is where we learn our lessons, you know. So for me, this could be saying like don't be afraid to like just say, like, enough is enough. Like, I'm not dealing with that anymore, or like, do you know what I mean? Like, have those strong boundaries.
Yeah. And I also, on top of that, with it being sort of, I just haven't seen there, Madame Maru and Ferdiad have put two very great comments there, that the devil, the Eight of Swords and the devil, you can easily physically escape, like the elephant and the peg. You have to overcome habit or conditioning, which is absolutely spot on, and how self-deprecation is lowering our own value. Absolutely spot on. And equally, how outside influences can make us feel low, or make us feel that, are we good enough? And I think it's cutting away from all that negativity, from my own self-thought, and from potentially the negativity of another in the wider circle of things, but that they fit perfectly. They fit. And then with the Judgment card there, that's sort of like looking at those two cards and saying, enough is enough. You've done enough of that. Now it's time to move forward. Hence the arrow of the spread,
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's really cool. Right, let me quickly run through what other people have got. So Ferdiad's got the Nine of Swords. So that appears to be a difficult card in that position. So the Nine of Swords is traditionally the nightmare and the kind of the anxiety type card, But we think of nightmares, and we think, oh, that's a bad thing. Like, no one wants to have nightmares. But I think nightmares is our brain's way of like processing all of the shit that's going on up there. Do you know what I mean? As much as they're unpleasant at the time, and as much as going through like kind of a difficult, like, those difficult mental moments. Mental meaning of the mind, not meaning that in a demeaning way. But as much as those difficult moments are difficult at the time, it's our brain's way of like processing the stuff that we're going through. So as that we can be kind of so as that we can process it and deal with it and be better tomorrow than what we are today, type thing. So to me, that's maybe saying like how do you address those hurdles? I think you can like your body. You need to let your body deal with it. Do you know what I mean? It might be like dealing with the hurdles might be difficult as you're going through it. But fair to add, it's one of those the way through it is to get through it. You know, it's the way I would interpret that anyway. Let's see, judgment reversed. So, judgment. Okay, so now different people who interpret that judgment reversed in different ways. I see judgment reversed. So judgment is supposed to be about moving on from things, drawing a line, getting over the thing that you need to get over, and then moving on from it. When judgment is reversed for me, that's usually indicating that somebody's they're going through the motions of moving on, but secretly they're still harbouring grudges. They're still raging about that thing. They might have like said to, you know, maybe I've said to Sandy, like, it's fine, don't worry about it, let's make up. But really, I'm still secretly raging that he left these dirty trousers on the floor. Do you know what I mean? And that he didn't put them in the washing basket. It's like, you know, so it's like kind of a really still secretly harbouring those annoyances in your head. That is what judgment reversed is for me. It's kind of a like you're going through the motions, but really you've not quite drawn that line in the sand. It's more like a dotted line, and you're still not quite over it. Now, usually we would think, right, that's a bad thing. We need to deal with it and we need to properly move on. But sometimes I think that we can get ourselves into this kind of this state of perfection thinking, where it's like, right, I need to deal with absolutely everything before I even think about moving. And because we get into that kind of right, everything needs to be perfect, I need to dot every I, cross every T, we never actually get to a place where we're trying to move forward from things, because it's like, well, we're never going to get everything perfect. So maybe what that's saying, maybe having judgment reversed in that position, it's saying to you, do you know what? You're never going to get to this perfect place where everything's fine and dandy. Just like in order to like kind of alleviate yourself some of the stress that you've been going through, start to put those things in motion, start to move on from things. There might be some things that you need to work out along the way. You're never going to get everything perfect before you set out, but you need to put that one foot in front of the other. Do you know what I mean?
Can I say something there, Chris, if you don't mind? Is it all right? Is this the Meadow? Is it with the she had Justice reversed first, then the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and now Judgment reversed, right? Those three cards together, could it potentially be that with Justice reversed, that things might not be going as you would expect them to go? With the Queen of Pentacles reversed, that she's not at that point where she was hoping to be, but with Judgment reversed, is it a case that whatever's going on in her life, that maybe that she's repeating mistakes that she'd done before, maybe putting her trust in the wrong people, maybe taking those steps instead of going back over the steps you've done in a particular area, that you're just repeating those steps? That Justice reversed, Queen of Pentacles reversed, and Judgment reversed are saying, stop exactly where you are, look at where you've been, look at where you are, look at what shit show developed here. There's the potential that could occur again if you don't change X, Y, and Z. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Repeat no patterns.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And also, I just make sure you're not holding your deck upside down, because
it's a lot of reverses. We had Empress reverse for Donna. Let's see, the Queen of Swords for Anna. Death for Fifi.
Starting.
The Hanged Man for Marita. let's see, addressing the hurdles that there are too many thoughts, but I need action, wands, and wisdom, hanged one, to banish the nightmare, swords crowding in. As a member of the Overthinkers Club, there could be analysis paralysis, overcome by fears. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Do we want to move on to card 4?
Card 4. Okay. Card 4. It's this one here, and the prompt for this one is advice for us from our ancestors. Okay. I had to bring the ancestors in. I'm an avid lover of my ancestors. Now, we've got the Chariot here. Direction, discipline, sort of divine, being told what divine direction to go in, really.
Yeah.
It's basically, don't let things derail you. Your ancestors are saying to you, as you were saying, that the Chariot looks like it's in a cement box here, and you're quite right with that observation. But this is saying, look, don't let things derail you, and which fits in perfectly with the cards you've got. This is all about derailment here. Okay.
Yeah.
This is all about getting help. This is all about saying, don't worry about this. It's all going to go fine. And this one's saying, your ancestors saying, well, look, keep going. You've got to just reclaim your momentum. Stay in the driving seat, okay? Don't fear don't fear disappointment or other people's attitudes or their own agendas. You need to go forward with purpose, keep on doing what you're doing, and realize that with a little bit of advice, with some self-belief and drive, that you're going to achieve what it is you want to achieve, just not on that path, on another path, another route. Whatever's going on here, a new route will become clear. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're behind you saying you will do this. Okay. Don't stop or doubt. You're on. You are stronger than you think, basically.
Yeah. That's really nice. I think as well, like self-awareness. Self-awareness, I think, is so this. I think the whole thingy behind the Sphinx is knowing yourself, know thyself.
Yeah.
Like this, the riddle of the Sphinx is the answer to the riddle. Is it's mankind. So, like, it takes being aware of your own, like being cognizant and being aware of your own strengths and weaknesses. The light Sphinx and the dark Sphinx.
Yeah.
The positives and the negatives. So that kind of a higher, like knowing yourself inside and out, all parts of yourself, and knowing how to take advantage of that, or how to nurture all aspects of yourself, I think is a big part of the Chariot for me.
I tell you what, the Chariot card, when they have this sort of curtain around here with the stars on, it always reminds me, I think it used to be Top of the Pops in the 80s, where they used to, at the end of the program, keep your feet on the ground and reach for the stars.
Yeah.
And that's what that reminds me of, success, but keeping it grounded as well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually makes me think, do you know any Egyptian mythology?
I do know of some. I don't know it inside out. I used to like the Egyptian mythology in school in South Africa.
So
I wouldn't be.
I think she's a primordial Egyptian goddess, but one of the Egyptian goddesses is called Nut, and she's like a protective goddess. And she's the night. In fact, there she's there. Turn this back on. So she's like the night sky. She's the personification of the night sky. It says understanding here, but she's a goddess of protection.
And that's what she looks like there.
Yeah. So that's my ancestors. I feel like that's my ancestors protecting me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just lovely.
But like it says there, that they sort of got your back. They've got your back. Their advice: just keep going on your track. Don't let anybody derail you from it.
Yeah. Oh no, that's really nice.
Go on. What shit show have you got for me now?
No, that's a good one.
I was expecting the tower there.
Yeah. Queen of Swords, and this is advice from your excuse me, advice from your ancestors. So I feel like this is a very this is almost so she's like the wise queen, isn't she? She's like very much in control of her intellect and her mind. And she's able to express herself really clearly, succinctly. And there's no messing about with her.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is saying, like, the advice is just keep doing what you're doing, just keep being you, keep being that creative, intellectual powerhouse that you are. But also, I feel like sometimes the Queen of Swords gets a bit of a bad reputation. She's sometimes a wee bit like the frosty queen or the grumpy queen or the sorrowful queen. I feel like this is just your ancestors saying, do you know what? Don't let anybody tell you that you're a grumpy cow. Do you know what I mean? If you want to have those grumpy cow moments, then you have those grumpy cow moments, and don't let anybody tell you any different.
And do you know something? When I think of my two grandmothers who've passed, my great grandparents, and the stories I've heard of my great grandparents, the Queen of Swords would befit all of them, in different ways, and yet a couple of them in a very feisty way, some of them in a more gentler way. The Welsh side definitely more gentler. So the rest of them, I am so glad that they're on my team, because I wouldn't want them as my enemies.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know what's see when you line it up with it? See the fact that it's next to the Eight of Swords.
Yes.
Maybe the advice from the ancestors is kind of just rehashing what we were saying before about some of those things that you're viewing as obstacles.
Yeah.
Your job is to take one of those swords up. Those things that you're seeing as blockages. It's not just about freeing yourself and walking away from them. That's your superpower.
Yeah.
So I think I was using the example of like a difficult character or a difficult plot point or something. I take that up, work with that, go with that, because there's something there, and you can totally make that your weapon, your superpower.
Yeah. That's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Loving it.
It's pretty cool. Let's see.
Donna's had a lot of reverse cards as well, look.
What was that? Sorry. What did you say there?
Four of Cups. I said Donna's had a lot of reversed cards as well.
Donna's like the Queen of Reverse.
Chris, buy me a big drink, definitely.
Yeah, we'll get you a pint of vodka and coke. Ferdinand. I've done it again. I keep hitting those three dots. Meadow's got the Page of Cups. So finally we get a right way up card, and it's the Page of Cups. So it feels like all your cards have been quite severe and quite serious so far, whereas your advice from your ancestors is just this innocence, this pure energy of the Page of Cups. And it feels like it's just like, do you know what? It's almost like it's saying to you, we're not going to tell you to, give you this big tablet full of advice. We're not going to tell you need to go out and do this and do that and all sorts. It's just like, do you know what? Just feel the feels. Do you know what I mean? Just be in your emotions a wee bit. See those small. So your page in this deck, the Page of Cups, there's like a wee fish jumping out of his cup, and most of us, if a fish jumped out of our cup, we would shit ourselves and probably be like, oh my god, why the F is there a fish in my cup? But the Page of Cups is just so like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, and like, he sees the value in the small things in life, and I think that's maybe what the advice is. It's just like, it's not like you need to go out and go on a big 5-year pilgrimage or something. It's just about appreciating the small things. things that are around. We've got the Page of Wands for Anna. See the Ace of Cups reversed for Donna. So Marita got 2 cards, so the King of Coins and the 9 of Coins. So a couple of the rich bitch cards. Donna says, "Have you met me, Elaine?" Yeah, Donna's the queen of reversals. Donna likes a good reversal, so she does. Like Under the Tuscan Sun, the writing teacher who loved terrible ideas.
Oh my God, that is so me. That's my life.
Oh.
Everything I've done has been born from some sort of terrible idea. and it's not just my whole family, my friends. Oh, go! No, it's Elaine. Oh shit, let's hide. What is she coming up with this time?
What trouble is she going to get me into now?
And my mum, I think I told you, Chris, the last time I saw my mum, she goes, we were just sitting there and we were having a glass of wine together and we were sitting quietly. We had been chatting and we were watching some film or program. And out of the blue, she goes, "Do you know something, Elaine?" And my mum is small and petite. When you see me and my mum, I look like something out of Lord of the Rings when I've got my arm around my mum, and she looks like a hobbit. And she's sitting there all dainty. She goes, "Do you know something, Elaine?" I said, "What, Mum?" She said, "I'm so glad you weren't born a boy." I said, "Okay, where did that come from?" I said, "Why is that?" "I had a feeling I could be visiting you in jail rather a lot."
Oh dear.
Where did I come from and why? Hold on a minute. What is in your bottle you're drinking anyway? Oh my God. Oh.
Oh, thanks, Mum.
Let's see those tarot cards, just throw them over your shoulder. You don't need them. You've got the oracle sitting right next to you.
You don't need a tarot deck to read you for filth. Funny.
Oh. All right. Will we do
Shall we do
5?
card number 5?
Yep. Well, zoom in here. Right. Card number 5 here we have got for ye. Oh, I love this. Is such a beautiful card. The 8 of Wands. Look at can you see that 8 of Wands close up? I need to show you that. Look at that. On the wands, we've got the caterpillars turning into either the moths or the butterfly, but at speed. There's a lot of morphing, a lot of changing, a lot of growth,
evolution.
Lot of speed, evolution, flight. Everything is growing and moving and changing at great speed. Okay, so what we have here, it's sort of what was stuck is now unstuck. Okay, what was slow speeds up and what was unclear becomes obvious. So whatever was going on here with this slow and steady, with not being derailed, with taking advice or receiving some advice, things are going to move. So whatever it is you've got to focus on, things are going to move, and they're going to move at pace. It's basically go now because a new path is opening up. So what closed here is definitely going to be opening up by the end of the week. And much more movement, progress, and all-round joy.
Brilliant. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's lovely. I love that.
What's the position, Elaine? Like, what does
the position? Oh my gosh, yes, I didn't read that. What success can we expect this next week, whether in projects, sporting, or social activities, etc.?
All right, so. Okay, well, that sounds good for me. You've got a similar card, actually. You've got the Knight of Wands. So you have.
Oh, very good. So okay.
There's definitely that same feeling of lots of momentum. There's lots happening. Where there's maybe been some blockages, whether it's been because of like kind of just overthinking or anywhere there's been blockages, we definitely see that unsticking. But also, this is our first wand card of the spread. So we see a lot of passion being injected into the situation by the end of the week. So I suppose what I would say to you is, do you know what? It feels like maybe at the start of the week and through the week, there's maybe some stuff to be dealing with, some pretty serious themes and maybe some kind of a blockages that need to be overcome. But see, by the end of the week, you're going to overcome them. This exact same as what you said to me. Anything that was stuck is going to be unstuck. I think as well, like that's kind of a encourage, because like, so the horse is actually up on 2 legs. So it's not like he's going somewhere for the sake of getting from A to B. He's expending energy, right? Now, sometimes that can be like, right, well, you're chasing your tail a wee bit here, mate, and maybe you need to direct your energy a wee bit better. But at the same time, sometimes we just need to enjoy. Sometimes we just need to play. Sometimes we do just need to burn off energy, and for it not to be for a particular purpose. So it might, do you know what? Maybe it is that not every single word that you write on every single page is going to make it into the final product. Maybe you
some hashing around,
or maybe it's like there's something in your head, and maybe you just need to go into another wee bit of paper and write it out. And maybe it doesn't quite everything. Maybe not everything you write makes it onto the becomes part of what you're doing right now. But maybe it's just having that creative outlet, creative juices. Do you know what I mean? Burn that energy a wee bit. It definitely feels like everything's moving in a good direction, because like passion's been reignited here, and the passion was maybe drying up a wee bit in the 8 of Swords, just because of we were very much up in our heads. That passion's very much been reignited here.
I see that devil card there now, with the cards around it being sort of that procrastination creeping in, because that's what pulled my chains before. That procrastination, and the Queen, the advice being cut those chains from that to continue to move on. That's what. If you look at the Judgment, looking at the past, what mistakes are made moving forward, don't fall into that sort of that mindset again, which held me back. Use the swords, use your communication, use the thought processes to move on, to blossom and grow creatively with the wands,
Yeah, definitely. There's lots of redheads in your reading as well, Elaine, by the way.
My mother is a redhead.
Is she?
She is a natural redhead, yes.
There you go. So maybe this trumpets the phone. Maybe your mum's going to call you, and it's going to...
Could quite be. Yeah, that would be quite likely. Are you in jail yet?
What was your mum's name, by the way? I don't think
Oh no, my mum's name is Glenys.
Glenys. No, I definitely didn't pick that up over the time I was there. But I was telling somebody. In fact, it was when I was at my mum's, when we were at my mum's for my brother's birthday. I actually took my cards and I read cards for a couple of them, for my mum and for my brother. Thinking about because my mum's always been like, I don't want to be called Gran. That makes me feel old. I don't want to be called Gran. She's like, she doesn't want to be anything, right? And she years back, she went to she must have looked it up online, different words for grandmother. And she came to us one time and was like, I've got it. I know what I want to be called. I want to be called Marnie. And I was like,
oh my God, that's Little Women. That's Little Women, Louisa May Alcott. They used to call their grandmother Marmie. Marmie,
right. So she's Marnie, M-A-R-N for November, I-E.
Oh, Marnie.
And I was like, Marnie? I was like, have you just made that up? She was like, no, I found it. I'll show you where I found it. She sends me the link. And I'm like, I goes, Mum, that says Mammy. It's M-M, it's not M-R-N, it's Mammy. And she was like, oh, well, I like Marnie. So we were talking about that, but I had, so I might be remembering it wrong now, but what does Jimmy call your mum? Is it Niney?
Niney, yeah. Niney, that's right. That's Welsh. That's Welsh for grandmother. Yeah, 9.
Right, okay.
9,
So I was
yeah,
telling her about
NAI.
that. She quite liked that, actually.
Yeah, 9 is nice. Yeah,
She
9.
did.
And grandfather, your grandpa would be tied. 9 and tied. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Right, should we quickly go through what other people have got as their 5th card? So we've got the Fool for Meadow. So I get it was Meadow that had like the those reverse cards at the start, the Justice.
And then she's got 2 lovely ones.
Yeah. So it feels like as difficult as the start of the week and as serious and severe as the start of the week feels. It feels like everything's lightening up towards the end of it, doesn't it? With that Fool, that spontaneous and adventurous Fool energy. So that's quite nice to see, actually.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Let's see. The Ace of Swords for Ferdinand. So maybe being able to take some of those swords, some of that sword energy that you had in the 9 of Swords, and the Ace of Swords represents it's the positive kind of a spin on the sword suit, isn't it?
Yeah, so whatever's gone on wrong, because you're coming out of it successfully.
Yeah. That being able to take that and turn it around. Let's see. We have the 7 of Swords for Donna. So Donna's finally got an upright card.
Yes.
In fact, I view the reversals as being like blockages. You're being blocked in a certain place, and the only other card that she got that wasn't a reversal was the 8 of Swords. Was this card, which is about being blocked. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that doesn't need to be reversed to be talking about being blocked. So you've got the 7 of Swords in the end there.
With all the reversals that's going on, and the 8 of Swords being the only upright one, looking at those, it would sort of say to me, keep an eye on what's going on around you. To be honest, are you your own worst enemy and stopping yourself going forward and not letting your own self-doubt or whatever else it is, other people's words take away your own power? Don't let them anymore. So that 7 of Swords, stop it in its tracks.
Yep.
Yeah, start looking after you. If you're in a crowd.
We've got the Ace of Wands for Anna. So the Page of Wands and then the Ace of Wands. That's 2 quite similar energies.
Yeah.
So definitely that's kind of a feeling of like new opportunities, new inspiration there. Towards the end of the week. Let's see, Marita's got the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, I think it sounds like things are turning around quite nicely there with the turn of the wheel. Oh, look who it is. It's the lovely Jilly. She was at the grocery store, had to come to say hello.
Oh,
well, thanks for popping in, Jilly. It's lovely to see you. Let's see, we've got...
I also pulled the extra card to clarify the Tower of Knight of Swords.
Okay, so the 3 of Cups was your last card. So that's a nice... The 3 of Cups is a nice, enjoyable energy. So that's like the weekend energy right there.
Yeah,
but then your clarifiers were the Tower and the Knight of Swords. Oh, sorry. To clarify the Tower.
Yeah, that was question 2, which was what hurdles can we expect to slow us down or change any planned activity?
Right.
So if you have made plans for the week going forward, prepare for them to be changed. Probably not how you want them to, but what you will actually find that if they are changed, it turns out to be for the better. That maybe that the plans that you had were not necessarily going to be for your higher good. But now you find that with the clarifier of the Knight of Swords coming in, that's cutting away any negativity of, sometimes you make plans to go ahead and it's some of the gobshite that comes riding in and stuffs it all up for you. And it's like they've done you a favor in a way. And your knight in shining armor has come and say, come on, we'll do it this way instead.
Yeah, that's that.
To complete things,
Yeah. I think as well, see the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about it's about innovating and being efficient. The Knight of Swords loves efficiency. It's that kind of a part of the intellect that's like, I need to make this as good as it can be. But the problem with the Knight of Swords is, so if that card's representing someone who's coming in and telling you, you know, you need to do that, you could be doing that a better way. He doesn't always have that that savvy. He doesn't always have the nicest way of putting things across.
Sometimes, opens his mouth to change feet.
Yeah. And it might be at the time when he says it hurts your feelings, or it just doesn't hit you quite right. And it will feel like a tower moment, you know. So you've worked hard on this thing, and then some wee arsehole's coming along and saying, well, I could do that better. At the time, that might feel like, well, fuck you, dare you? Like, I've worked hard on this. Don't tell me that it should be done differently. But then after some time and some reflection, you might actually realise, you know, as much as I don't like the way that he said it to me, and I feel like it was like a lightning bolt out of the sky, it's worked out for the better, because now I can kind of I see things differently, you know.
I've just seen Nadine's put a comment up there that she has a potential job interview next week in which she may have to travel 4 hours away at short notice.
Oh, geez, right.
You know,
okay.
that puts a whole spin on it differently, because the tower of there, it's not necessarily that you're not going to get your job interview. Something might happen with the travel, or something might happen. It might be that the path will be smoothed out, that you might not have to travel that far, and the interview could be done online or something. But with the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and Three of Cups, it could be by the end of the week that you will have had that job interview, and it could be successful. Good luck. I wish you well.
Yeah, good luck, Nadine. I'm sure you'll be amazing.
Yeah. Oh, let us know. Please let us know. It'd be lovely to hear by the end of next week how it's gone.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you're traveling by train, make sure all the trains are running. That could be the tower moment.
Yeah. But then, oh gosh,
have a backup plan. Bless you.
The Knight of Swords is very fast moving though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like he looks as though he's zooming past all the trees. So he does. So it could be about fast movement. So yeah, anyway. I think that's everyone's cards. Donna says, yep, my own worst enemy sounds like me.
Do you know what, Donna? I think we can all fit in that category. It's unbelievable how much we put ourselves down. Like, as Chris said earlier, we don't pat ourselves on the back enough when we should. I know. You know. Yeah,
that's true. Are you? Do you like to kind of look at the bottom card in the deck, Elaine?
I do actually. What's hidden from me? Yeah. Definitely, I do. Turn over the bottom. Oh my gosh! If this bottom card is going to show us anything, look what you have got. I'm just going to turn this around.
Oh, the Ace of Cups.
Ace of Cups. Isn't that a stunning Ace of Cups? I just love that. I love the color. I love it. It's just, wow. Well, after the cards that we pulled, I've just put them all away here. I've just folded them up. But it looks like you could be overjoyed with the changes that come. You had the Eight of Wands, didn't you? The sword, the wands, then the changing, the morphing, things moving quite quickly and making you feel on top of the world.
Yeah.
I love that. And do you know how I was saying about our spirit guides and our ancestors and everything? This is what I like about this deck. You saw it all here in the background. It really is beautiful.
Yeah, that's lovely.
It is gorgeous, this deck. Yes, so you have got the Eight of Cups. It's Ace of Cups, not Eight of Cups. Ace of Cups. Yeah.
And would you say that was the Tarot of Traditions? Is that called?
This is the Tarot of Traditions.
Lovely. It's not a deck that I've got. I'll maybe need to look it up.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay, for you.
Thumbs up.
So,
go on. Oh, God, what have you got?
So the actual card itself isn't exactly a positive looking card, but what I'm going to say about it is I feel like what it's saying is, so see how we're looking at some kind of maybe some challenges in the week ahead. And then you've got your kind of a Knight of Wands. It's the kind of a resolution energy to it. It's the kind of everything's becoming unstuck. So you've got 10 of Swords. But I feel like I actually kind of feel like it resonates with the reading, because this represents like there's a sunrise in the horizon. Do you know what I mean? It might be that you're dealing with challenges in this card, but it's about getting up and moving on from those challenges, and there's a new sunrise coming up. It's it's that kind of it's always darkest before the dawn type energy. So this is like you lying with the 10 swords in your back, and then this is that new sunrise. So I feel like what it's saying is like persevere with the more difficult parts of the week, because when it comes to this next energy, you're going to feel that beautiful bright new sunrise that you're walking into, And you've still got all the lessons.
Bloody hope so.
One of the swords in your back, they all represent something that you've learned from dealing with all of this, and no one can take those lessons away from you. They're yours.
No, and it's learning from them, growing and learning, and basically letting not letting the begrudges get you down.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That is it.
I really enjoyed that.
Me too. So Nadine had the 8 of Pentacles as the bottom card. Meadow had the Page of Swords. 4 of Wands.
Pentacles fits in with Nadine's week next week as well, from the cards that she had with the job interview.
Yeah. So it's all about work and like that kind of a day-to-day and persistent work. Let's see, bottom is the Wands reversed for Donna. And first the 6 of Pentacles. Amazing. Well, Elaine, thank you so much for joining me. I feel like I've taken up far too much of your lovely time. So I do.
It's been lovely. It's been absolutely lovely.
It has. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been an extension of the weekend, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks so much to everyone in the chat for joining us. We've really enjoyed your company, and thanks for joining us and pulling cards as well. It's been great. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as we have. Try to think, have you got anything coming up, Elaine, whether it's on your channel or just in general to tell folk about?
Let me see. Oh, I have actually got something coming up. Jerry's birthday is on the 2nd, which will be our bank holiday weekend. It's the weekend after yours. And then the weekend after that, my niece, my sister's daughter, is expecting our first great grandchild in the family. So it'll be my mum's first great grandchild, my great niece, because we found out it's a little girl. I'm going over there, and I'm attending her baby shower, which is something I've never attended a baby shower before, so that will be something new for me to enjoy.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. Yes. So that's going to be lovely.
Excellent. Well, you have a lovely time.
Thank you.
Blackfire Misty. Nice to meet you, Blackfire Misty.
Lovely to meet you. Thank you.
I'm trying to think what I've got. I don't think channel-wise, YouTube-wise, I filmed a video just showing some more gifts that I got from a lovely subscriber. So I'll probably set that to go up on Saturday.
Yes.
But other than that, I don't really think I've got much on. I'm doing readings, not this Sunday, but the Sunday after. So I'll be doing readings at one of the markets that I read at.
Oh, do you know what? One of these days I'll be able to get over there and do some readings with you. That would be lovely, Chris.
That would be amazing. That'd be great.
Tag teaming them. Your turn.
I know. a double act. The Chuckle Brothers of tarot. How good would
Can you imagine? Oh my God.
Cool.
Oh, thank you there, Madam Marie, for putting that up. I really appreciate that. Oh,
that's great. Thanks, Marita.
Nadine, I hope you can get it in New Zealand. That would be brilliant if you could. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Aye.
Right, folks, we will love you and leave you. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care, have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you all later.
See you soon.